Are you listening?
Boo! And boom!
Hey, Tibalt.
Nick, you made it.
I made it. I made it close to being on time, even.
Yeah.
Tried it.
yeah, hell yeah. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Oh, look, good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How's Hillbilly doing today?
Doing pretty good. I had a great run on Arena this morning.
Nice. And how is Tibalt doing today?
Doing good. I had a not so good run this morning already on Arena.
You had a what on Arena?
a not so good a run.
Oh.
But that's okay. As long as I had fun playing it, right?
Yeah,
Right.
That's the main
Fun
thing.
is the key word there.
Yeah, for
All
sure.
right, say hello to some people in chat. We got Richie Dubs. Richie. Hello.
Richie.
James Willis. Good morning to you too. Yeah. We got Miss Hillbilly in the house. She hasn't commented yet, but I know she's here. She's lurking.
Yeah, trying to be sneaky.
Yeah. Well, Cookie Dude had an appointment today, so he cannot be here today. So
Hope
Everything okay?
I hope
I
everything goes good.
Yeah, I think he's just getting stitches removed.
Oh,
I believe that's the case. He didn't leave much to the conversation, but based off previous conversations I had with him, I think that's what's happening. Stay Sorb. Hello, you're like, I'm here. Yeah, that's right, you're here. I sent you a link too if you want to hop on as well. And I actually have a subject of the day and all that fun jazz.
nice.
Had a tough time because I was trying to do some researching while I was setting up too. Yeah, so, but first, we got the card of the day, right? And I made something for that.
Card of the day.
Ooh. And the card of the day is a personal favorite of mine. Rafik of the Mini. I know firsthand that Hillbilly got to see the power of this little deck I have. And this card is pretty amazing. It's amazing because it actually is pretty strong with budget builds and expensive builds. This card is pretty good. Like most my Rafik deck, it has some expensive cards in it, but for the most part is a budget build, and it's what makes him powerful. He costs a generic, a green, a white, and a blue. He's a legendary creature, human Knigget or knight. He has Exalted. For whenever you attack alone, the creature attacking gets +1/+1 until end of turn. And whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains double strike. Ooh. Pretty nasty, especially when in the deck I have built around him where turn 4 you can swing for 20 damage with a regular little 2-drop.
Dang.
1-drop. Yeah.
How's that work?
And I have some 2-drop infect cards in the deck. So that's a possible turn 4, turn 5 win or player removal. This card is nasty.
It is. And Richie, I'm still playing the pre-con decks because I ain't got the money to upgrade them yet.
Yep.
Or the knowledge of what cards I really need. Because it's been so long since I played Paper Magic, I don't know what's out there.
Yeah. Then today, for the new thing where we get to show a picture of the day, I found a meme that probably touches me today because I didn't get much sleep last night. And that is, sounds like somebody's got the case of the Mondays.
We just watched that yesterday. That's a hilarious movie. I love that movie so much.
It is a hilarious movie.
Yeah.
And you get to follow the red stapler around too. Or that scene when they're going all gangster on the printer machine. Yeah. Ooh. Nom, 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 nom. All right. Let's see what chat's got to say. What is chat saying? Hey, Mississippi. There you are. There you are.
Hey-o.
Rich is talking about your decks. He wants to talk to you later about it. Says he'll message you.
Oh, message.
Yeah, so we do have a topic of today, and the topic of the day is why playing the Magic the Gathering is better than collecting it. And I have defined the topic in the description, and I have it in private chat so we can actually follow through with it because this is a very specific topic to define the topic. Okay, defining topics. Yeah. In the description, you'll see it says, let's talk about playing Magic the Gathering. Why it feels better to play the game and collect the memories of the game more than collecting the value just because. Collecting for value is fine, but playing the game and having a connection to the product you collect builds nostalgia. Bringing a positive response to your collection to release endorphins and bring sentimental feelings from something you love and have loved makes something priceless to you personally. Now, this does not include resellers and distributors and flippers, but this topic is more for that personal collector for themselves. Yeah. So if that makes sense, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Then that means you can get boom. We can have fun and talk. Yay!
Nice.
It's been a couple days since I got to use those little tidbits.
Yeah.
So,
Well-
like, I've been looking at my own personal collection, and I realized I collect more decks.
All right. Well, my opinion about this topic is why playing Magic together is better than collecting it. Well, if you collect it, that's fine. But look at all the reprints.
Mm-hmm.
So when you collect and then the reprints come, the value of those cards are going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you like just playing the game, if you just collect to play the game, that's great because you're collecting to improve your decks to where you can play the game the way you want to play it. Which that to me that's more fun than collecting for value because value is going down.
Mm-hmm.
It will always go down because of the reprints.
And that itself, and that in itself, well, it's definitely like varying on what cards is. Like I said before on a different episode a while back ago, that my Rafik deck is actually accrued value because the reprints haven't been hit yet. But it's not about that for me. And I want to touch on here. Says Richie Dub says, I think better is subjective, and if you prefer to collect, then that's fine. Right?
Yeah.
Well, it is subjective, but that's the point, is being subjective, because like I was looking through my collection and I realized the main things I collect are my decks, the things I can pull out and play at a whim, at a time. If I want to go on a spell table, I can have a blast. I love playing the game. I love having the cards, to play the game. And I love being able to do that because it's more about the interaction for me than it is about the monetary value of a card.
Exactly.
Like there used to be a time in Magic the Gathering not too long ago, like maybe a few years ago, that you would be able to see how powerful a card is in the game based on the price of the card. If many people wanted it for different decks, different formats, the reprint quantity wasn't out there so much, so certain cards you wanted were just buku bucks. Now, I'm not saying it's a good thing, not saying it's a bad thing, but with the reprint policy that came out where they're just reprinting a lot of things and drop the price down, now it's become more of a discoverability to find out what cards are powerful in this format than it has become. We can just look at prices of cards and know it works. That's a very opinionated thought about it, but I think it works in the fact that you get to play around, and with cards being as cheap as they are, and if you got the fundings, you can buy cards, mess around with cards, build decks, fix decks, and actually have a little wiggle room. Even though on a different note, I think the price of products going up is not helping much at all, because if you push the product price too high, then a lot of stuff won't get opened, and the value will definitely not be there for the long run. Now we got people chatting up really quick. James says this is just perpetuating the discussion of value, but you can collect Magic cards and have nothing to do with value. That is right.
Correct.
That is right. It doesn't have to be about value. It can be. And that's why I exclude flippers, resellers, and other people from the main topic, because there are people who do collect for value. There are people who do collect to buy product and flip it. And sometimes they hold like a box that sells very well, and they hold it because the price of the box might go up, like a booster box. Who knows all the things. There are different people. And the title of the video is only the title it is because I put in the max amount of title space I can. So I want searchability and SEO scores.
I think it's one of those things where it's not one necessarily to the exclusion of the other. Mm-hmm. I think there's a happy medium. But speaking personally, I think talking about that dopamine and that release and stuff, the value, when you're collecting for value, you're collecting the cards for that reason alone. There's a section of us that have been playing the game since the beginning. And so in the back of our mind, we're always chasing that Black Lotus and stuff. And there's never going to be another one of those. So we're always going to be disappointed if you're just doing for value. You know what I mean? There's never going to be a card like that that's going to spike in price and just keep going and up and up and up.
Well, I think you're onto something there for sure, but I think we have points of proof that there is weird collectability in the game. Sure. For one example, cards that have gone up in value because they're just not going to reprint them easily is like the Transformer cards from the set. The ones that came from the Brothers War set are actually accruing value. I believe that the Jurassic Park cards will follow suit because certain cards will not be reprinted so easily.
But I don't think they're ever going to hit that Black Lotus status. You know what I mean?
Well, we kind of did with the One Ring. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Okay, that might be the exception to the rule then. Yeah. But as far as that goes, as far as the dopamine release and stuff, I can still tell you about games that I played 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago that were exceptional for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. And I have that, you're still going to have that nostalgia and stuff like that. So, personally, I'm going to find that playing the game is always going to be better because those experiences are made with other people. You get to share them with other people. Not just telling them about it or whatever, but there was somebody else at the table with you at that time to share the experience. So I like the kind of the camaraderie, the gathering, the shared experience and stuff is something that's definitely worth chasing.
Oh yeah, and one person we can actually target alone, like in chat, that's been on the show before, Stasis Orb, can talk about games he's played and experiences he's had to like a fine detail. And he loves his adventure he's had with the Magic the Gathering and still having. He's a really good storyteller, which is one of my weaknesses. I'm not a really good storyteller like some people are, but like he definitely can hone in on those memories, and he collects in his own way. Like he actually has cards and stuff, but he kind of just holds them in the background. Maybe he'll sell them one day, so maybe he'll donate them to charity one day. Who knows what he does? But I know his idea of collecting is basically stuff from his draft shaft and stuff like that. You know, and it's crazy because he's a person who's lived Magic. You know, like hit the pro scene and everything. You know, where I've never really hit the pro scene, but I have all these fun memories of playing F&Ms or playing an all land deck, you know, that at an F&M, you know, and losing and pissing someone off. That was hilarious. Uh-huh. All right, let's see. Has the discussion of value been way overhyped and discussed? We're not discussing the discussion of value. We're talking about playing the game.
Right.
All right. I collect a card called Squeeze Toys just for the fun of it. I have about 300 plus. Whoa, Squeeze Toy. That's a good way to collect. If you love it. I remember playing Squeeze Toys and thought it was the cutest card ever. Nah, say sword. Pass them down at this moment, right? You know, I sent Stasis over link. Hint back to you. Second time I said this. If you're not working, but yeah, that seems fun. It seems capable. Oh, really quick, we need to take a small break into. I usually try to do this at the beginning of the show and at the middle of the show, but we're here. You guys could go check out Aartopia.com to get some sweet Magic the Gathering dice bags, like a Super Fast Tortoise Dice bag, or a MTG Hillbilly Dice bag, or a Prime 406 Game Dice bag. Go check it out. It's pretty amazing. And today is the last day where you can get the Cyber Monday deal for 20% off your order. Yes, the coupon code is CYBMON for Cyber Monday. This sale ends today.
Yep.
Midnight today. Yeah. So
I was going to say even the word value though is subjective, because what do you value about the card? Are you talking about the value of the card itself as far as dollars? Or are you talking about the value of the card as far as what it represents to you? Whether it's your favorite card or what?
So based off the topic of the show, like the title of the show, I'd say value is subjective to what it personally means to you. And in the descriptor, which is weird, I never thought I'd actually use this as an example. In the descriptor, where I describe define the topic, you know, I talk about how the way you collect will bring sentimental feelings, something you love and nostalgia, and make it priceless, basically.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree 100% with that. There's cards that mean a lot to me, like Dark Ritual, just because it's one of those cards that when I first found it, it went to every single black deck and every black and blue deck and every black and red deck, and anything that had black in it automatically got that card included no matter what.
Nice. No, like one of my favorite cards from Magic the Gathering of all time, like one of my top favorite cards is a card called Unexpected Results. Costs 2 genetic, a green, and a blue. And when you shuffle your library, then you reveal the top card of your library. If it's a spell of any kind, you can cast it for free. If it's a land card, you may put it into play and put unexpected results back in your hand if that card was a land. Yay!
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, and it's only like a 50-cent card maybe, or maybe less. But like, I've played games where I've thrown out large Eldrazi's of enormous sizes out in the battlefield for 4 mana, you know?
Nice.
So that card, to me, like, it's the unexpected chaos of Simic, I should say. It gives me the jollies and joys. And one of my favorite removal spells to play in Cube is Chaos Warp. Where you exile a creature, or shuffle a creature back into its owner's library, and they reveal the top card of the library, and they put it in the battlefield if it's permanent. Love that card.
Yeah.
For
sure.
Stasis Orb says, Darc Raven into Hypnotic Spectre.
Nice.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, sure enough.
Right. I feel like my tastes are a little expensive because I like turn 1 Entomb Exhume Darc Raven. You know,
nice.
fetch that big old creature, reanimate it.
Yeah. I've got one of those decks right around here somewhere. Actually, it's right here behind me. It's about turn 4. I'm either putting out like an Eldrazi or I'm putting out 2 Sphinxes. Where let me see where it is. Here we go. So we got Swamp, Dark Ritual, Putrid Imp, or Entomb. So we can grab stuff out of there. And yeah, so those I've got. Well, like I said, that's the fun nostalgia of the cards that you collect and being able to use and play and create memories with other people.
Right. And I remember Putrid Imp. That was one of my favorite artworks back in the day. Just a simple artwork of a crazy imp that lets you discard a card for free for 1 mana.
To give them flying.
Right? Just to give them flying, but you're not caring about the flying. You're about that. You're caring about the card you're throwing in the grave.
Caring about the reanimate and all the other good stuff.
Yeah. But I didn't know about necromancy, so I didn't play that. But another good card back in the day for that deck was reanimate.
Yeah.
Woo-woo. Or animate dead. I was thinking. I already said reanimate.
Oh, animate dead. Yeah.
Cool. James Willis says I have many play sets of Dark Ritual with different arts because it's a great card. He says great because he loves Dark Ritual. James Willis is just amazing. Oh yeah.
What about you, Hillbilly? Do you have any favorite cards from paper?
Yeah, White Sun's Twilight.
That's another good one.
Twilight. If you like White Sun's Twilight, you'll love the original version of the card. Marshall Coote.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that card. And just a fun card to play.
Yeah.
Elixir of Immortality is another one of my pet cards. I guess I didn't realize how many pet cards I had, but Elixir of Immortality.
Oh, Elixir of Immortality is amazing.
Yeah.
Right. If I had like a handful of those, I'd be happy. I used to run that in a turbo fog deck because you need to recycle your fogs a lot.
Yep.
And you gain in 5 life and shuffling, and it shuffles back into your library too. You're like, this card is its value for 1 mana.
For sure. Sometimes just shuffling your library is what you need too. I've been playing where I've gotten a string of just cold decks here recently with Commander, probably because I'm taking them apart and looking at them and not shuffling them back together and stuff. So I'm sure it's my fault. But being able to shuffle during the game, sometimes that makes all the difference.
Oh yeah, and one thing like we have a lot of cards that just sit around in the collection. Sometimes I feel bad that we have cards that just sit and do nothing, that are not part of a deck. And me personally, like I have some cards worth money, but most of my cards worth money are in decks. Like one time I accidentally gave away a lot of money cards. I didn't realize how the value was to a friend out of a little trade thing we did. And I was watching this live when he's opening it up, and this one guy in chat was like, that's worth like $40. I'm like, oh, I did not know that. But like I knew one card was worth like $30. But that's because it was a card I'd never use. It was a Ranger Captain of Chaos or something like that. It would cost 3 mana and 2 for a 1/1, slaps it into play. But I didn't know the Curse of the Mirror Breaker or whatever, the Kiki Mirror Break, the flipping Saga one. I didn't know that was worth money, and there was another card in there that was worth money. I didn't care. I lost money value out of that. Because I got some crazy Eldrazi out of it.
That's a perfect example of value being defined by whether you played it or whether you had a use for it or not. You didn't, so it didn't feel bad getting rid of it.
This guy sent me Eldrazi, and I was throwing in all the cool. Like I knew their cards. I knew the cards were good because people were pulling them and getting excited about it, like on streams. So I just pulled these cards out, and I'm like, let's just give him this. Because people love these, and I love the Eldrazi. I'm like, he hit a sweet spot because I love original Eldrazi, like the OGs. Like I still need to get a Ulamog for my Eldrazi deck. but like the original Ulamog, to be specific, because there's two Ulamogs now. But like I want to get one for my deck so I can have the OG Eldrazi's. The only OG Eldrazi I can't put in a commander deck is poor Emrakul. Take extra turns, Annihilator 6.
Ridiculous. That deck actually that I showed earlier was one of the decks. The reason I have such nostalgia for that deck in particular was when my friends and I first got back into Magic. We went to the local game store. It was about time Arch Enemy came out, and there was one person there at the store that was very proud of their Emrakul deck that they had, because they were running a 60 card version. Us being new to Magic had no idea what that was, so he invited himself to sit down at our table and then proceeded to just stomp and crush us. Like, we're sitting there reading the new cards that we just got, and like he just massacred us. So a couple weeks later, we went back to the store. He was so proud of his deck that we did an Arch Enemy game with 8 people against him.
Woo.
He started with a little bit of extra life. He started at like 80 life. Everybody else had their life and so on, but he was going to be Arch Enemy. So with that deck, turn 3, there's a Sphinx in there that reduces your life total to 10. Doesn't matter what your life total is. Your enemy life becomes 10. I pulled that off on turn 3. The entire table erupted with people. I lightning bolt you. I do this, just to crush him in a single turn. So not good for him.
The name of that Sphinx, but that Sphinx from Conflux.
Yes, exactly. I've got it in here. Let me see what it is. But so I mean that was 15 years ago, 20, I don't know, however long ago, when Mirrored and Besieged came out and all those cards or whatever, when Arch Enemy was a new thing.
Right.
But yeah, so good times. Definitely good
that
times.
was right before, but that was kind of right in the time when Planeswalkers were just coming out. Like, I can't remember. Well, I think Lorwyn came after Conflux. But yeah, Lorwyn came after Conflux. So Planeswalkers weren't out yet. So Soren Markov wasn't a nuisance yet. But that Sphinx.
Whoops. Magister Sphinx. That's the one. Magister Sphinx.
That name came through and I didn't say it because I didn't want to be wrong, but now I know. Sure. Magistrate Sphinx and Face Sorps and Magistrate Sphinx.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, because there was some good Sphinxes in that time. Like in Commander, the card is not as powerful anymore, but there's Shroom of the Paragon. That was a broken Commander back in the day when Commander was new. Because all it did is an expensive Sphinx that when it came to play, you put an artifact card from a graveyard into play. But there was filthy combos.
Yeah,
now I think
Sauron the Headsman. This one.
Yeah,
it's also in the deck or whatever.
But I think the mana cost is too expensive for the aggression of Commander nowadays.
Well, that's why you have Reanimate.
Yep.
Reanimate. That's right.
Yeah.
No, all they need is an artifact that reanimates 1 inch of the battlefield, you know?
Yeah.
Make a colorless reanimator spell, which we're not too far off and too far away from nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And just for you, I've got an Eldrazi in there too.
Ulamog's Crusher.
Yeah, exactly. I got it in there for the what you call it, the 2 Annihilator 2 in it.
Right. You know what's funny about that card? They talked about it when they designed that card a long time ago. Like on that card specifically, it says you must attack each turn. That's because they're in play testing. People had Eldrazi's and they'd like get all this mana and play it and not want to attack with it. So with him and specifically, they put on that key phrase, must attack each turn. So people were forced to attack and see how great Annihilator was.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
Definitely worth playing for sure.
Also, Annihilator is one of the saltiest combos not saltiest excuse me,
keyword
saltiest
mechanics
out there.
Definitely. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like one of my favorite things to say when I attack with Annihilator, it says, you know, you can sacrifice a land.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, because land destruction is always salty too.
Always. Yeah. I do believe you should have. I saw somebody get salty about that like this week, but The fact is, like the way some lands are, you need at least specific removal for lands.
Mhm.
Like you may not want to play Armageddon. I would, but anyhow, other folks. But you know, you got to respect or understand that some people targeted land removal, I think, isn't nearly as broken as some people are, as salt inducing as it is for some people. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Stasis Orb says
Still win.
Sphinx is still one's one of his favorites. That one costs 5 mana, white, blue, black. It's a 6/6 Sphinx. Has flying, first strike, vigilance, lifelink, protection from red, protection from green. Still good. Still a good cube card if you want to do a big roundabout way there, but still good.
Yeah, for sure.
Ulamog.
Yes, the Infinite Gyre is the one I'm looking for. This is the one what I'm lacking. Yep.
What's he do?
The Ulamog?
Yeah.
All right. Let me look that up really quick because I got several different abilities in my brain at the moment.
Mhm.
Ulamog. I guarantee it has Annihilator, and when he dies, he shuffles it back into your library.
Ooh.
There you go. But like, my brain was thinking of what you call it. Not Ulamog. They Kozilek. Whenever you cast Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre, you destroy your target permanent for 11 mana. He's 11 mana, 10/10. He has Annihilator 4. When this creature attacks, defending player sacrifices 4 permanents.
Ooh.
Ulamog's indestructible. That's what makes him good. Is he's 11/11, 10/10 indestructible. When he's put in a graveyard from anywhere, its owner shuffles his or her graveyard into their library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pipe Dream Arena. What's up?
Pipe Dream. Hello. Hi.
Hey.
You know, one day you two could be on this show too. You know, I hop onto your streams when I can to say hi and give you all the respect in the world and admire your stream capabilities and how awesome your stream looks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me a second. Hey, Billy, say something positive. Nice while I do something.
Okay. Hey, Dark Master Prime. Hey guys. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. Dag blanket. My mind just left. What mind I do have left. But yeah, while we playing Magic together is better than collecting. I just collect just to play the game and make my decks better. That's what I strive for. Don't always get the cards that I want or I can use, but it's cards I can use for trade to get the cards that I want.
And if nothing else, you've got that restriction of having to play with the cards that you have. I think that breeds a certain amount of creativity too. If you
Correct.
find a way to make things work and stuff.
Right.
I've been putting a lot of cards up on Instagram and just random cards. Just my wife pulls different things out of the collection just because she thinks they look good or whatever. And sometimes we'll put those up and people comment on them and like, why on earth would you use that card? And it's like, well, now I've got to struggle and think of it, but I can always find a reason to use a card. It may not be a good reason. It may not be one that you can pull off on a regular basis, but there is a way to use every card to your advantage, given the right circumstances. You know, it might be a fantasy thing, but it's almost a good exercise to keep you sharp to think, how can I use this card to my advantage? Like, what set of circumstances would this become a good thing or whatever? And if nothing else, it gives you a chance to, like I said, sharpen your skills and sharpen your mind a little bit.
Yep.
All right. Quick, Pipe Dream, if you're still here. If you type in the word ! Pipe Dream, it'll have a command pop up. It says check out my sweet channel, and it has your link there, so you can share your link when you're ever on. You have a really high quality channel, so I'm really happy that you showed up and said hi. Woo-woo.
Yep.
Prime 406, Prime. What's up, my homies?
Good morning.
Wednesday's only a couple days away.
It is.
Yeah. And today is our Thanksgiving Day. We're actually going to celebrate at home Thanksgiving today.
Cool.
So after this stream, we're going to start baking a ham.
Time to overeat.
Mhm. Yeah.
Time to gain about 50 pounds that you don't want.
50 pounds that you don't want. What are you talking about? I'm looking for all the pounds. You know, there's not enough gravity on this earth to keep me from floating. I'm kidding. All right. So, look at the time. We're on the halfway mark. Woo woo. Go here. And for those who are here, go on and check out Aartopia.com for sweet Magic the Gathering dice bags, dice boxes, dice ornaments. And while you do that, go and use this code CYBMON for Cyber Monday. Get 20% off your order. Get some amazing deals. An amazing product. Yeah. James, I guess my invite was lost in the mail. I know he's joking because that's a long travel to get here, bud. And it's icy and snowy and frigid outside.
Yuck.
Like we got the cooled airs today. Like you can hear the house cracking and creaking, a little bit of breeze. Feel sorry for the Amazon driver who's delivering presents.
Yeah.
We cannot understand you, Billy. Oh, you sound distorted.
You transformed in some kind of demon. What's going on?
Ew. So today we're gonna have ham and mashed potatoes.
Is that better?
And some pie. Yeah, that's a lot better.
All right. Yeah, the only thing we got down here in Kentucky is just cold.
Hey, James Willis, it only takes you're only 3 hours away, and the highways are clear. No one's stopping you from coming over. You got my address. You can't call me on the carpet and think I will say, oh, never mind, don't come. No, you can come over. Oh, you know what? I think it's a good time because that's to go into. Yay! Now we can just freely talk about what we want.
Cool.
Yeah. And I know Tabal has like all the questions in the world.
Not so much, man. You stumped me. I don't know.
I just enjoy collecting the cards. Can't keep no art cards because Mississippi always takes those away from me.
I've been opening set boosters
recently when they come in.
Yeah, I've been opening set boosters and stuff specifically to get the art cards, and now they're all getting snatched up. So that's okay though.
Yeah, and we got another guest coming on the show very shortly.
Cool.
Yeah, we haven't seen this person in a minute. Salmonella.
Hey.
A clean shaven salmonella.
The alien salmonella, no eyebrows. This salmonella actually showed up as salmonella this weekend at an event.
Nice. You know, you kind of look like I don't know if you know the singer, but you kind of look like Michael Tate.
Yeah, I don't agree, but I can see where you come from.
You don't have to agree.
Exactly.
It's what I'm familiar with when it comes to faces.
No, it's perfect. How y'all beautiful people doing today? Hi, chat. How are you? Missed you. Love you guys. How was your Thanksgivings?
Wow. Well,
good.
I took everybody's Thanksgiving and hoarded it for myself so no one could else have one. You know, because I'm the Grinch of Thanksgiving. No, I'm kidding. No, we hung out, went to some family's house, ate a little there, but we want to celebrate with our family, and today is like the best day to do it because everybody's off today. So today we're gonna celebrate Thanksgiving at home.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So how's Hillbilly's Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Got
Yeah.
got to eat a bunch of turkey and deviled eggs. Can't eat enough deviled eggs though. Whew.
Yeah. Those eggs are always good. You
Oh,
the
yeah.
bad burps later, but they're always good.
Oh, yep. And I can tear a whole thing of deviled eggs up in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I love deviled eggs.
James Willis
Hello,
says,
Willie.
hi, Ella.
Hello, Willis.
And Tebalt, how was your Thanksgiving? Is there still
was
food in the
good.
fridge?
There is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've given up that eating to excess these days, or at least try to. We had a
I feel
good
that way too.
we had a good one here with just the immediate family that's here in this house.
Mhm.
And then the next day we took a drive out the desert to visit my sister and brother-in-law and hung with them for the day and went to the movies and stuff. So all in all, it was a good Thanksgiving for us.
Hell yeah. Sounds
Cool.
good.
That's super awesome.
You know, what is it? On Thanksgiving Day, when I was talking about how we went to some family's house, my brother-in-law has brewed his own wine out of some grapes he got from here in Iowa. And it was probably one of the best wines I ever tasted. Like, it was not dry. It was, the flavor wasn't overpowering. And the flavor
You
of
know
wine,
what
wine.
type of wine it was and what color?
It was purple.
Old red wine.
Wet. Like you know, the texture of it was wet. Not dry wine. And it got me buzzed off that much.
Nice.
The high proof wine. Beautiful. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, like I was buzzed and I was enjoying it. I'm like, wine can do this to you?
Wine's dangerous, bro.
Right? Because it's so delicious. Because I'm more of a fruity drink person myself.
You'd probably be more into the whites or the like the Rieslings or the Moscatos. They have the higher fruit content. Yeah.
Pinot Grigio.
Pinots, yeah. Pinot Grigio.
Yeah, for sure. No, I do like white wines, for sure. I do like some dry wines because I like the taste. Like they call it dry wine because it's like a dry taste on your tongue for a bit, which is weird because you know it's liquid. But like,
Sorry, hold on. I'm gonna correct that one. Dry is more tart. It's the scale. When you say it's dry, it's a more bitter flavor more than it's dry. Yeah, it's higher in tannins, lower in sugar.
Which
no,
leads you dry.
I didn't know that particular, but like I know with dry wines that it leaves like a dry taste on your tongue.
Yeah, that's the trigger.
Yep. So,
Our Thanksgiving was last month, so yeah.
Happy American Day.
let's see. Well, trying to figure out what's going on here. Hey, message, and there was I have prescriptions ready today.
Cool.
Yeah. Prescriptions are good. Prescriptions are good. So what's on everybody's mind?
I just found a new card that was pretty interesting. That in a set that I didn't think was entirely legal. I don't know if you did card of the day yet today, but can we slip in a second?
Sure. What card is it?
Exchange of Words. It's a 1 and 2 blue enchantment. Exchange of Words enters the battlefield. Choose a target creature for choose 2 target creatures for as long as exchange of words remain on the battlefield. Exchange the text boxes of both creatures.
Oh, I've seen this card. Yeah, this is legal in Commander.
It is a uninfinity. It's legal.
Yeah.
At least Mossfield's telling me it's legal. And
No,
I'm
I said
sitting
it's
here
legal in Commander. Like when I didn't save right. Give me a second. When I show you the card, I'll show you why it's legal. Um,
Is that one of the things where it has the acorn in the bottom and it's legal or it's illegal, or I've never even
No,
understood how that
it's
works?
from the Uninfinity set. So a lot of those cards are silver bordered or unofficial
Right.
monsters or EDH rec.
Gotcha.
So
I'll
just
show you
going through
what
some of those, they have some really cool interactions, and I saw a whole silver bordered deck that was just the jankiest, funniest thing ever. And this was in it. There it is.
There it is. Yeah. So it's legal because the hollow sticker at the bottom, that little sticker, is not in the shape of an acorn, so it means
Not
it's legal in other formats. If it was an acorn, it wouldn't be legal. And that's one of the weird things they did with that set.
Yeah.
And the picture's adorable, though.
I love the chibi heads in the Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, for reals. Boop.
Would any of you guys put this into one of your decks, and if so, what style or what deck would you put it in?
I definitely see a lot of play with this card because it's a good card. But I ain't got no blue deck. The closest thing I have to blue is the Timey-Wimey deck.
Timey-Wimey.
I think it has blue in it.
Can you flash that card on screen one more time?
Oh yeah. I have to reload it. Boop.
Oh, sorry about that.
They're good. Boop, where did it go? There we go. Boop, 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 there you go. Cost 1 generic, 2 blue, enchantment. When exchange of words enters the battlefield, choose 2 target creatures. For as long as exchange of words remains on the battlefield, exchange the text boxes of those creatures.
Because my first, my question I wanted to see was whether or not it was 2 target creatures or it had to be one of your opponent's creatures and yours.
2 target creatures.
2 target creatures.
So, like, an interesting interaction is if you have a Shieldred, a regular Shieldred on your board, and your opponent has the original Shieldred on their board, where at the main of your upkeep you sacrifice it. Well, if you have both those Shieldreds out, the other one says when it comes into play, each opponent sacrifices a creature, then transforms for an X amount of cost. Well, if you play this and switch their abilities, their Shieldred can transform, but won't transform into anything because there's nothing on the other side. Well, while you steal their opponent's ability. So it has interesting interactions.
Okay. See that. I might try to get away with that in my Analia deck just to see if I can swap some of the wizard's abilities with somebody else's ability that's maybe on the board that's better.
Right. But like imagine like say trainer, you're trying to get like you're in a desperate situation and trying to get draw and you have a Merfolk Looter out. You tap it, draw it, and you have another derpy creature out. You cast this, switch their abilities with the untapped creature. Now the untapped creature has Merfolk's ability, so you tap that creature for an additional loot.
Nice. Okay.
There you go.
I like this card more and more.
Oh yeah.
I got a bunch of.
Well, I don't think this would work with that regular Sheholdred that flips into the Saga, because a Saga is a different name as Sheholdred.
Right. If you switch your opponent's creature with your Shieldred that's already on board, it destroys that ability, rendering them a Manila creature.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
When I first saw this card, I was like, "Oh, I could just what you said, getting a creature out first, and then having the ability to get those triggers off with summoning sickness, anyways." But then, hey, that Dragon looks nasty. Here, how about I take that from you, and you can have Dragon taps 1 for green.
Oh, you made me a fan of that card with that, especially against the Dragons. I hate Dragons.
But like that big monster that you're like once this commander or once this card comes out onto the field, your game's over. Like Tiamat shows up onto the field. Mind you, I don't think it would affect Tiamat as much because she's on cast.
Mm-hmm.
And this is an enchantment, so
Right.
yeah, it wouldn't affect Tiamat.
Well, if you had a blink effect in there, so you could blink the enchantment in and out.
Ooh.
Choosing different targets or whatever and stuff. There might be some shenanigans you could pull with that.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I'm loving this card.
It was just that one card I slipped through. I read it. I was like, no. Let me read that again. And like, sorry to track the show when I came in, but figured you guys would enjoy this card to have a conversation about.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
Fun card.
How did you come across the card?
I have a bunch of uninfinities, and I knew some of them were legal, but not a lot of them. So I went into the set on EDH Rec and started scrolling through anything I didn't say unofficial.
Gotcha.
And enchantments are getting a little fun. I'm sitting here looking at it. I threw it in one of my chaos decks just because why the hell not? It's just another step of chaos. Because I haven't found a great home for it, but I wanted to make sure I had it somewhere so that if I forgot about it when my ADHD triggered, I was like, oh, there's that card I missed so long ago. But yeah, I just wanted it somewhere.
Yeah.
Nice.
Looters. Sorry, as I was creating a command for looter. I'm surprised I didn't have one. I love looters. That card is pretty interesting. It's a unique copy effect, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like if your opponent has a better creature in text ability wise, and you have a lesser cool creature, you play this card and swap their abilities. Now, who got the cooler creature? I could think of the ways this card could be good because Rafik the Mini has Exalted and Delp Strike, but your opponent has only one creature, and that's a 10/10. And they can deal damage to you, but you swap out their abilities. Or 10/10 now attacks alone becomes 11/11 with double strike. It's crazy. Yeah,
There's a lot you can do with this card.
Yeah.
Creatures? Yeah, 2 creatures.
yeah, pretty amazing.
Seaport Muse, now somebody else has it. Now you do.
All right. Well, you're swapping the ability, so
Yeah.
So you're stealing the ability. You're trading off the abilities. Like that'd be interesting if you had more than one effect like this, where you played vanilla creatures and you kept swapping tech boxes with your opponents.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It is.
Right? Huh? My brain's trying to figure
And there's cards out there that will copy enchantments.
Yeah, like copy enchantment. There's was it mirror? Something mirror from Wilds of Drain. No, not Wilds of Drain, the original Drain block. Yep, tortoise out of coffee. That's Kool-Aid.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. Well, the great value juice squirts, the 0 sugar. Because diabetes is a bitch.
This is 0 sugar, great value Kool-Aid too. This is the fruit punch.
Oh, we're drinking the same thing. Are you using the powder? That's absolutely hilarious.
I love that flavor. That and the strawberry watermelon flavor. So good.
That's my second favorite.
Right. It's the only 2 I like to drink. I've tried their grape and I didn't really care for it.
The mango pineapple one's pretty good too.
And don't try the peach one. That one's nasty if you ever find it. And I love peaches. The peach one is just weird.
Taste too artificial for you?
It has a weird powdery taste to it. Like the mix I use is a powder.
Oh,
But like it has a weird powdered taste to it. That's all I can say. Like, there's something weird about the mix that doesn't fit right compared to the other drinks. Even the grape tastes better than the peach, and I rather drink a peach drink than I rather a grape drink. But like so far,
Right.
the two best flavors I've had was the fruit punch and the strawberry watermelon.
Yeah, I'll agree with those.
Oh, here we go. That enchantment would be done with Archery and Dross. That's a way to break the card. Archery and Dross is a good thing. So, you know that big 4-mana 6/6 that says you can't win the game,
Oh,
right? And your opponent has a creature, and your opponent's life is below 0. You play that enchantment, swap their text ability so they can't win the game, but they automatically lose because their life is below 0.
nice. Very nice.
Oh.
So there's a creature that costs 4 mana. It's a 6/6 flyer demon. It says you can't win the game, and your opponents can't lose the game. So your
That
opponent's
got thrown at me the other night.
right? So if they have a creature, even if you give them a token, like you can give them a token out of some sort. You play that enchantment, swap the creatures when your opponent's life is at 0, they automatically lose the game.
Archery of the Draws has counters on it. When you lose all the counters, you lose the game.
Okay.
No, that's pretty good too.
And
Because when you swap the ability, there's no counters on it.
yep. But you every turn you remove one comes in with 4 oil counters on it, and every turn when it comes to your turn, you remove an oil counter from it.
Oh,
then when you lose,
it requires you to remove all oil counters, right?
Yeah.
So if he has no oil counters on it, it's not removed. You don't lose the game.
When you remove all last oil counter from it, you lose the game.
Right. So if you copy the ability over and there's no oil counters on it, there's no way to lose it.
Yeah. But a good card to play with that is Faithful Handoff.
Mm-hmm.
I like playing Faithful Handoff with Archfiend of the Dross, because then you just hand your opponent the creature, you draw cards, and then when it clicks onto that last oil, and when they remove that last oil counter, they lose.
Right.
I used to play that a lot in Standard.
Right.
Thinking about going back to it.
You know what's another good ability? If your opponent's life is at 0 and they have Platinum Angel out, and you just have a derpy token, you play this, swap their text box. When they have 0 life, they lose the game, even though they thought they were doing good.
Yep.
Like, I can take damage all day if I can't lose the game. So there's interesting scenarios for this card. That's what I was thinking.
But Platinum Angel is a good card. I'll play that in Historic. In one of my Historic decks. This card here would wreck my Platinum Angel deck.
Ooh, wreck it. I'm gonna wreck it.
It looked like a fun card. I haven't played it yet. I'm gonna find it.
Yeah. Well, I know the card's not too expensive, but it's printable too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
All right. Well, my friends, I'm sorry, Asamanelli, you came in later, but it's time to start wrapping things up. So let's get boom.
Hey, everybody. I'm going to be streaming again at 2:00 some Arena, and hopefully I'll have a new deck to stream. I'm going to be working on that, and then right to the stream here, and then I still ain't done my budget deck, so I'll probably end up doing that for sure. And then we'll try to come up with another deck. So I'm going to try to have 2 decks for this afternoon. And also, if you want to play a game, feel free to come on by the stream and give me a challenge. If you ain't friends with me, let me know in chat. I'll give you my gamer tag in chat, and then we can play.
Whoop, whoop. Boom. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going
I'm going to encourage everybody to go by my YouTube channel and choose the free sleeves you would want. We're going to have a drawing to give away either this, what do we got here? We have goblins, or we've got a dragon set of AI armor sleeves, dragons and dice on there. So if you want to go by there, all you have to do is go by, leave the comment. I need armor. Tell me which one you want. I'm not requesting any kind of subs or tagging to other people to the stuff at all or whatever. Just come by, leave a comment, and you'll be entered into the drawing to get possibly to get a set of free sleeves.
And how do you enter this drawing?
All you got to do is go to YouTube, find the video where I'm talking about the sleeves, and you should be able to see it. The thumbnail is me in the corner and the two sets of images, or the two images of what's on the back of the sleeves. All you have to do is leave a comment there that says, I need armor, and tell me which one you want to win. And this Monday, I'll be doing just spinning the wheel and see who gets them. So
nice.
if you want to go by there, just check out Tybalt's Apprentice on YouTube.
Ooh, free stuff.
Tybalt's
Yeah,
link to his
stuff.
channel is in chat.
Oh, perfect. There we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Woo. Yeah, I know I got in on that.
You sure did. One of the first.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to get on that right now, right after this stream.
Sorry,
Right.
Sonella, I can only send it to the States, unfortunately.
Oh, don't worry about that.
I want to do an international one, though. I want to do an international one where I just send it anywhere, but can't do that just yet.
No worries.
I just got informed the next one's international. Because I stink. Hey, what the heck?
Hello, everybody. I am Sentimental. Currently, you can catch me here on random occasions, and some randomly will pop up on my channel. Trying to get better with my content. I apologize one last time. Yeah. Please do bear with us as we're learning and trying to figure this out by ourselves, and with the rest of the community. Sorry, not quite by myself, but yeah, we're there. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us, and I'll talk to you soon.
Bing, bing, and nothing's happening today because I'll be busy today for me. So until tomorrow morning, I want to wish you guys a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us, being engaging and interacting with chat. I hope today was an amazing day. But for sure, next Saturday we're gonna try another epic stream. See if you guys like that. It seems like we got good positive vibes on that epic stream. Wednesday, Prime Tortoise coming up. Whoop whoop. And every morning you can catch us here. You can catch me, Hillbilly, Cookie Dude, and anybody else who wants to jump on can jump on to the morning show.
Yep.
Whoa. So you guys
everybody.
you guys have a wonderful evening and a good night. And
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron?
Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun.
Fear not, Megatron. Cybertron shall remain as you leave it.